There is a son of mine, Faith Sizwe. Faith Sizwe. I need you to be prayed for today. The oppression of the enemy, if it carries on, will undermine your future. But yet God has given you a great future. My dear son, you have a future that is clear before God. Oh, it is you.
Yes.
My son. It is you, Faith Sizwe.
It's me.
Tell me what is going on. Do you want to kill yourself, my son? Are you feeling so oppressed that you want to take your own life here and there?
Yes, that happens every day.
This is what God is saying that rescue your son, because the enemy is putting pressure on him. And there are times when he's not feeling that life is worth living. You feel maybe you should end it right here. Is that true?
Yes, it's true, Dad.
Look at me.
Yes.
Am I not the one who pays your school fees?
You are the one, Dad, paying my school fees.
There are a lot of children out there that I try to take care of, paying the school fees. For all these years, paying your university, don't you think that at least if it will mean anything, don't you think I believe in you? Don't you see that God has a plan for you? Hear me, you are born to become the biggest in your bloodline. I see your grandmother passed and the void remained so big. Bishop J, please make sure you take care of him. Take care of him. Take care of him. I see a fragile soul is fragile to everything that is being said there. But son, I believe in you. I believe the goodness of God. I believe in the grace of God. I believe that God will fulfill his word. Somebody holler, it is well.
It is well.
In the name of Jesus.
My name is Sizwe Faith. Today, it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Right after, in the early hours of the morning, where I went into covenant with God about my father, Pastor Alph Lukau, where I said to God, as it was for Jesus Christ when he said, I am in my Father, and my Father is me. I went to God to say that I am in my Father, Alph Lukau, and Alph Lukau is with me right now. And today, when I go to church today, God just remembered and answered that very same prayer that I had of covenant with him, where I heard my father calling me and said, I am seeing my son, Faith Sizwe.
There is a son of mine, Faith Sizwe. Faith Sizwe. I need you to be prayed for today. The oppression of the enemy, if it carries on, will undermine your future. But yet God has given you a great future. My dear son.
And as he called me, I didn't know what was going through me. I was so happy, and at the same time, I was so sad and emotional to say that God, indeed, we have remembered me. While in the past years, I also thought that God has forgotten about my existence because of the pain that I was going through as a young boy growing up. And as my father has prophesied and said unto me that he's seeing me that I've been trying to commit suicide, and it is true that I've tried to commit suicide in so many different ways and so many times, but by the grace of God, He managed to spare me.
What is going on? Do you want to kill yourself, my son? Are you feeling so oppressed that you want to take your own life here and there?
Yes, Dad, it happened every day.
This is what God is saying that rescue your son because the enemy is putting pressure on him. And there are times when he's not feeling that life is worth living. You feel maybe you should end it right here. Is that true?
Yes, it's true, Dad. I grew up without my mom and my dad while they are still alive. I was brought up by my grandma who happened to pass away on 2020 on August, of which that also broke a greater part of me, that the very same woman who took care of me from a younger age. I had so much expectations to make her feel joy and then enjoy the fruit of her labor. Now she's no more. I feel like God has robbed me the chance.
I see. Your grandmother passed and the void remained so big.
So I went through so much depression at that time to think of the pain that I went through with her, and then she stood with me. So I felt like God had forgotten about my existence. So when my father called me and said that, my son, I believe in you, and then it uplifted me as a young man, because I was at a point where I didn't just only hear people calling me useless, but I saw myself as a useless being because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I am a great person. God has called me to be something great in life, because there was a season of my life where I said to God, why don't you just take me? How much of burden will be taken away from earth if you take me from this world? Because every time when I send a call, is only because I am asking that. I feel like my existence on this earth, it is only a burden to other people's life. So when my father said unto me that, I believe in you, my son, it just uplifted me and made me to feel bold and bring back my self-esteem as a young man, because my self-esteem was destroyed and no more. I felt myself like I am nothing in this world.
For all these years paying your university, don't you think that at least if it will mean anything, don't you think I believe in you? Don't you see that God has a plan for you?
So I am here to confirm once again that what my father said today, that is also paying for my school fees. It is true. He's the one who's been taking care of my fees, and of which that is the reason that made me to leave. Every time when that oppression is starting to kick in, the only reason that will be in my mind to say I cannot proceed with whatever I'm trying to do, to commit suicide, is either drinking poison or hanging myself. That word in my mind will say that, but Alph Lukau still believes in you.
But son, I believe in you. I believe the goodness of God. I believe in the grace of God. I believe that God will fulfill His word.
So I'm here to confirm that as a young person, God has remembered me today. So I want to speak to somebody who's here at home, who's going through whatever I've been going through, to say that God has not forgotten you. God is by your side. Trust Him even when you can't trace Him. He will come through for you. So I want to take this time to say thank you to my father, to say thank you to my mother for taking so much of the courage to stand with me on this difficult time. It is not anybody who can stand and say, let me pay for your fees, let me do that, let me go the extra mile to do that. So I want to thank you, Dad. I thank you for being my father. To you, I have encountered the word of God when He said, I am the father to the orphans. You have been that physical expression into my life that God exists, and I have my father. I have that confidence that I have a father, Alph Lukau, and I have my mother, Bishop Celeste Lukau. I thank you.
If you were blessed by this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can catch Pastor Alph Lukau on AMITV on the public bouquet or on our live stream on AMITV.com. You can follow Pastor Alph Lukau on all social media platforms at Alph Lukau.